I'm gonna walk down here, and the second that it picks me up, it shows you a person on the screen there, and it's going to be tracking me now wherever I go. So as I come down here, it's going to actually follow me around. And this works if the pan and tilt camera sees me. Hey everyone, this is Nate, and this is the Nader Tater channel. All right, I'm going to show a review of installing and using this Tapo camera. So I have a friend that I've actually installed a couple of these cameras for him already. He has 4 cameras with 6 different lenses. Some of them are double lenses like this, and we're going to add to his system at his house. So this is going to help him get some views of his driveway, or maybe his dock, some other things. We're going to go see where we're going to install these. Now this one here is a 2K resolution for 2 lenses. So this top one is stationary. Now you can change the angle of it and go up and down with it, but this one doesn't move. The bottom one can pan around and track people, vehicles, pets, that kind of stuff. So it's really cool, because what I really like to do is this can easily replace 2 or more cameras, because I can have this one maybe permanently pointed this way, and then this one I can adjust the up down angle, and then if someone were to come into frame and then walk around, this other camera is going to track them, and it has a narrower field of view, though it's a little bit closer up than this wide angle one up top, and it's going to track them around, and it will go all the way, you know, to look around 180 degrees from this main camera. So I really like this type of setup, so this is what I'm going to show you installed today. Now as you can see, I have another camera here. I'm going to have a separate video for that, and I'm kind of going to talk about the Tapo system overall in this one, but I'm going to focus on this one. This one is the Tapo C645D kit. So lots of different names, got to remember it. I'll put a link down below in the video description, as well as the first comment with discount code. So if you want to buy this, do click on my link. That gives me a little referral kickback, and then it gives you the best deal as well. And then if you like this video, do hit that thumbs up button right down below in YouTube, and then also consider subscribing to my channel to see more content like this and support the channel. Alright, so in this box it comes with a very simple setup. You get the camera itself, which is already assembled like this, and then you get a mounting plate. Now it has 2 different mounting options. One mounting option is the solar panel gets mounted with the camera. So this guy right here, you can adjust it. This allows you to adjust the angle of your solar panel, and this just slides on right here, and then you can adjust this so that it's pointed towards the sun. Now this one only needs about 1 hour of sunlight to stay fully charged for both of the lenses. So, and then if you want this to be placed somewhere else, let's say the camera's up underneath the eave and you want this out in the sun, they do have a 13-foot extension cable that you can put this solar panel somewhere else. If you put the solar panel somewhere else, you'll take off this little L bracket that holds the camera, because the camera just slides on right here, and then it's one unit. If you, like I said, if you want the solar panel separate, you take this off. So if you want to mount the camera separate, you take off this L bracket, and then you screw this into wherever you want it. And then it does have this little cover here that just snaps over, kind of hides that unfinished part, so that your solar panel has a finished look to it. It includes the screws and those little expanders if you're installing it into a non-wood item. But then it also has a USB cable for charging. You want to charge it first before installing it so it's fully charged. But then after that, you should never have to charge this camera again. As long as you get 1 hour of sunlight on average over time, it should stay fully charged. It's all wire free, so it uses Wi-Fi obviously to connect to your home router. And then you have both options of local storage or cloud. So on the camera unit itself, it has these little flaps. One of them is a USB charging port. The other one is some little reset buttons and sync buttons, and a micro SD card. So you just get a micro SD card. I'll put a link to ones I like to use. This just slides in. You can put, you know, a few hundred gigabyte SD card if you want, or you can put like a 32, whatever size you think you want. And you know, the duration will vary, but you can get easily months of storage on this unit for home use. So if you want cloud-based storage, you can also do that. You have to pay for that though. Otherwise, there's no subscription to this at all. It is install it once, you buy it, and you can have it all local on your unit itself. And then they have a Tapo app that you connect to. I'll show you that in action after I install this. And setup in the past has been super easy. Literally, you power it on, you connect with your phone, and then it's set up, and then you have all kind of settings that you can adjust. So we'll go through that after we install it real fast outside, and then put it to use. All right, so we just screw this into a tree. This one works well for us, and that's what's cool about having this wireless stuff, is you can put these up anywhere. You just need to have a little bit of sun, and a little bit of Wi-Fi signal, and you'll be good to go. All right, so all this stuff just snaps in real easy. The screws is all you need, and then everything else is kind of tool free. But I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the solar panel to the back side here. And that clips in, and that's good to go. So now once I have that set up, I can adjust the angle however I need to be, and then I'm gonna get this added to the actual app. Okay, so now I have the app open. This is the Tapo app, and this person already has a device or a Tapo app and multiple devices, as you can see here. So I'm going to add to that system already. Just hit the plus sign, click add device. I tell it what kind of device it is. So it's an outdoor camera, and this one is what, 645. Yep. So type that in, and now I need to power this on for the first time. So for this one, I press this button for a few seconds.
Camera on.
All right, so press that button for a few seconds, and then it powers on here. I gotta wait for the little lights to light up, so there's red and green light. Click next. Now my tablet is going to look for this via Bluetooth, and once I do that, I'll be able to tell it where the Wi-Fi is, and then it'll connect to Wi-Fi, and then it'll work with Wi-Fi, so I can use it anywhere in the world as long as I have internet connection. Okay, so now I give the Wi-Fi password, and now it's going to connect the camera
to Wi-Fi.
to the Wi-Fi.
The SD card is not formatted. Please format it according to the app guidelines.
Guess I need to format my SD card. All right, so now it's configured. All right, so I'm skipping the cloud storage, but I'm going to set up the local storage here. You can see that it's telling me to do that. So yes, I want dual tracking on, because this is really cool. This is my favorite thing about this type of camera, is the tracking capability, where it can track a person or a car, but also have the stationary vision. There it is. You can see it already found me just by me talking. So if I walk back here, and if I walk around, this camera is going to keep tracking me as I walk around. I mean, this is just so cool. And that whole time, in addition to that lower camera tracking me, that main camera is automatically still doing the stationary view right ahead, so I wouldn't miss anything that was happening on the beach. All right, it gives you some tips on how to mount it. You can follow those. I'm already very confident in how this one's mounted, so I'm good with it. All right, so now I'm gonna do a quick firmware update, so it's to the latest before I do the rest of the setup. Okay, this is super cool. So now, back behind this tree is looking down at the camera. I'm going to show you just how cool this 2-lens camera is. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to walk down here, and the second that it picks me up, it shows you a person on the screen there, and it's going to be tracking me now wherever I go. So as I come down here, it's going to actually follow me around, and this works if the pan and tilt camera sees me, or if the stationary one sees me. It's going to whip this camera around and show you to me. So now my tablet is going to lose Wi-Fi down here probably, so it's going to jerk around a little bit, but the camera itself is fine at actually recording me the whole time. So it follows me around, and if I get out of frame of it, if I go up here and try to get out of view, it's going to go back to its original state, which is pointing back up the house. And then what I'll show you here in a second is once it does that, it's zipping back around the pan and tilt to the home view. And so now we have the stationary one still down here. So this is what's really cool. Now I'm going to walk back in the frame of the stationary one, and as soon as I do that, it detects me, and then it whips around the pan and tilt, because that one has a closer field of view, so it's going to give you a better footage. And then this is going to track me all around here, so even if I walk and I go all the way back up to the house, it's going to keep tracking me. So I can go up here and I can even run, got my camera with me. If I run up here, it's going to track me and keep holding me and show you where I go. And the whole time, what's so cool about this dual lens camera is the beach and the dock are fully covered still, even though I'm no longer there. So that's what I really like about this camera. All right, so here's the camera up there in the tree, and you can see that it is finding me because I just moved, so it detects me. It's going to zoom in on me. But on the bottom here, I can take a picture of this. I can just click picture. It's going to take a picture of this view. I can do manual recording. That's going to record it onto my tablet or my phone, in addition to the SD card. I can do a voice call, where if I tap that and I call it, it's going to have a two-way conversation between my tablet and the camera and whoever's out there. I can do just talk, or I can do just listen. I can change the pan and tilt, so I can manually control that pan and tilt one. Alarm, privacy mode, the lights I can turn on and on. Let's see how
Those work there. There's the lights, pretty bright actually. So that helps light up at nighttime if you need to. And then you can turn on and off this tag feature. So I really like the blue rectangle, but if you don't, you can turn that off. You can also go in here to playback and download. And this is going to show you, obviously I haven't had it on very long, but if I just zoom into this area, it's a little bit touchy there to zoom in. But here is detection for both the top camera and the bottom camera. And I can go through and see those in here. All right, if I go in here to the settings, now this is where you can change things like detection. So by default, it's going to have all the field of view as detection zone. But if you want to have it less of an area, you can click on it here. Oh, I guess this is an important part. You can have it set for all detection types, which means vehicle, person, pet, or you can set a detection type for each type of activity. So if I click into here, and then you can, because this has two cameras, you have two settings for each of those. I can zoom in on it, and now if I want to add more detection zones, reduce them, I can do that in here. I can click add, and I can add another one, or I can just, for me, I do everything here is what we do on this one. So you can save that kind of stuff however you like. You can also change the sensitivity of it, and you can change if it does the auto tracking or not. If you don't want it to auto track, you can have it not do that, and it will just looking wherever you have it. Obviously you have battery cameras. You have 24/7 capture, which is kind of cool because that's like a time lapse. Obviously it uses more battery up, but if you like seeing that, you can do that. You can change different, if you want to have the dual tracking where stationary picks you up, the pan and tilt one grabs you, you can have that on or off. Tap to focus, or you can touch on the screen, it's going to go and hop on there. You can obviously change the storage and recording settings, the video and display, the quality of it, how long the settings, the video is captured. All that stuff is adjustable in here, so really cool things. The other thing I want to say is really cool is you can share the access to the device to a friend or family, but what is really cool is the smart action. So Tapo is not just security cameras, they have smart home devices. So if you have smart plug, smart light, leak sensors, any of that kind of stuff, you can have those do automation. So you can say, hey, if you detect a person down here, maybe you have a smart light bulb, you can have it turn on as well and light up the area. So stuff like that you can do in making the Tapo not just a smart security camera system, but actually a smart home system. So cool stuff to look into if you were interested. And then as you saw there on the top, I got notified. You can change the notifications, but it shows a person detected at the beach, and that's what this is doing right here.
All right, so as you saw, the setup is very quick and easy to do. Basically all we had to do was screw that camera to the tree, and then we already had the app since we're familiar with it, so we just added that camera to it, and then lo and behold, we're all set up and good to go. Now there are a couple things I want to mention about, that's some of the good stuff. There are two kind of bad things about the Tapo system that I really do not like, and the first one is about their Wi-Fi connection. When you go through the setup process and you initially add the camera to the app and you tell it what Wi-Fi to connect to, you can't change that Wi-Fi later on. At least that I found out. So I did ask AI online to see is there a way, and it said nope, the only way to do it is to actually delete the camera from your app or from your account and then go through the setup process to add it again. So that seems kind of crazy to me because one of these cameras was kind of on the edge of two different Wi-Fi signals, and I was trying to decide which one to use. The first one was getting flaky, and what it made it do is the connection to the tablet was poor. Now the recording on the camera, since it's locally recording, isn't affected, but if I wanted to watch it live, it would be very laggy or slow. And so to change that, I actually had to delete it and re-add the camera on the other Wi-Fi system for it to work. That seems kind of silly to me, but if you're in that same use case where you're not sure which Wi-Fi to connect to, do that first before you go through all the rest of the setup process of all of your views and your motion alerts and all that kind of stuff, because you have to redo it. So that's the first big negative. The second negative is that even though I can view the camera and I can view other recordings remotely from my phone or my tablet anywhere in the world that I have internet connection, if I want to download the raw footage that's stored on the camera or on the SD card, and I download it to my tablet or my phone, I have to be on the same Wi-Fi network as the camera. So it means that I have to be home to do that. Now, I kind of understand why they do that. It's kind of a security feature, I suppose. But my other cameras that I've tested out there don't have that limitation. So long as I have internet connection, it will allow me to download that raw footage. So just something to note there, that if that's a big deal to you, I have not found a way around that today. Now, if you use their cloud service, then that's not true. It's only if you're using their local storage on the SD card, on the camera, and you want to download it to your device. You can watch it on your device, and I can do like screen recordings on my tablet and basically capture the footage as well. It just won't let you download the raw footage. So something to note there. Otherwise, this dual view camera, it's probably my favorite setup. I've tested some other brands as well that have that too, one stationary, one pan and tilt, and it's my favorite because it really gives you a ton of capability all in one little camera setup. So with this one, the stationary one, always pointing out at the beach, it protects the boats that are in the dock there, and then it's looking out, of course, at the lake itself. And then you have the other pan tilt zoom one that's looking up at the house, and all of them will detect people or vehicles that go through and record it. It tracks them. So it is a really cool system. I really do like it. Really good quality footage. And then also at nighttime they do well, and they have lights as well if you need that to use. Otherwise you can just do infrared at nighttime. So I think it's a really cool system. The solar and the Wi-Fi capability of it means it's basically able to put anywhere that you can get some Wi-Fi and some sunlight. And even if you can't get sunlight, it's not a deal breaker. With this camera, you have the 13-foot cord, so you can place it somewhere else. But again, even if you can't get any sun, this one should last, I think it's 160 days, they say, that it will last without any sun at all. So even worst case, you have to plug it up, every several months. It's not a big deal. All right, so if you want to see more about this camera or get a link to buy it, do check out down below in the video description or the first comment. I'll include a referral link that gives you the best price that's out there right now. And then, of course, if you like the video, hit that like button down below in the YouTube player so that YouTube knows it's a good video. And then if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel, the Nader Tater channel, so you can see more content like this. And if you have a specific question about this camera or any other cameras, do put it in the comments, because I actually do read the comments and then I will reply to them. So if you have a good question, put it down below, or even a suggestion of something else to test or something to do with this camera or other things. Do put it down there. I'll read it. I'll try to react to it. And then stay tuned for the next videos that I come out at least every week, if not a couple times a week. So thanks, and stay tuned.